Well, Craig, here we go. We're on the eve of a highly anticipated World Cup qualifying campaign, but I'd like to start with the player that'll be at the forefront of everyone's minds, especially the fans today, and that's Aaron Ramsey. You know, visibly disappointed and upset having to leave the pitch last night. Just how tough is this particular setback for Aaron?
I'm sure it is. You know, I had a conversation with him this morning, but the most important part is, for me, the person. What he's been for us. Even in my first game, when I look back at the game against Turkey, he was incredible. But his leadership, but also just the person he is and what he's given us as a country. He has every right to keep that head up. We believe in you as staff. The fans completely believe in him. So, you know, this setback, just let this period cool down. And then we'll see where we go from there. But you know, he's been one of my favourite players, so it wasn't easy watching.
Yeah, because I like what you said in the press conference just then. You said, you know, forget about the football, forget about the player, think about the person. I know he's someone you value a lot, and you value his presence a lot as well. I appreciate it's very early days, but do you think we're going to see him around the place? Because I know he's been a big help to you, hasn't he?
To be honest, I'd always open doors for anyone. Any player, any ex-player, if anyone wants to come into our camps, you're always more than welcome. Once you play for Wales, you're always involved for Wales. So I see that as, I never close off anything. You've played a big part for us, or even at one cap is enough, you come in. You know, if you feel that's something you want to do, the doors are always open for us because you've represented our country. We're always think fondly of you for that, and we'll always appreciate that. And he is definitely in that. He's definitely in that, and he's been like, I can't speak highly enough of him, because obviously I know a lot of people, and I feel personally towards him, but I'm just honoured that he's. I've been honoured to watch him, to be honest, and he's had big setbacks in his career, you know, especially from a young age. But I feel at this moment it's still raw for everyone. Yeah. You can tell it's clearly raw for me. We'll adapt. We'll be fine. But for him, he'll be the same. But it's just going to take a couple of more days for him.
The word opportunity comes to mind, and I've got to say, sometimes there's nothing better than when an unexpected name pops up. And Kai Andrews is that name this time, Craig. 18 years old. I know he's been involved with the 19s, but he's clearly a player that you feel deserves the opportunity this time round. Yeah,
well, look, we're definitely short on those numbers. You know, that's clear, but I see him as a real high potential player, a player who could have a real big future. And also, when I look at it, maybe I wouldn't have probably looked to do it if I didn't have a player like Joe Allen. So even like a couple of days ago, I ring Joe Allen, look, we've got this kid coming in, Kai Andrews, I need you to give him everything you have. Because I feel that's so important. We're taking care of the next generation as well. So when Joe decides in the next year, 2 years, whatever, that he's passing that pattern on, he's giving it in good hands. So someone like Kai Andrews gets to see what an elite player was. And I'm sure he's had good examples of it already at his club commentary and also at Motherwell now at loan. But with Joe, he gets to see someone who's been one of the most incredible players for our country. And if he can have half a career like Joe did, then he'd be a huge asset for us. So I feel having players like Joe allows me to expose a Kai Andrews with his talent, because he's in safe hands. He's going to pick up and he's going to really hopefully benefit our country in a number of years.
It's been 4 months since you last had the players together. It feels like a lifetime ago, I have to say. What have you been up to? We've seen you at Cyhoeddi. I know you were at the League Cup final, Aberystwyth, TNS. You've been, IG's been driving you around the country then?
No, that was a little bit more personal for me going to that game. I've tried to go to like different games as well, see different football. You know, travel quite a bit, different countries as well. So I try to keep active. Been a lot in Wales as well, of travelling different places. So that's been nice. It's been different. It's because obviously with September, October, November, it kept ticking over, and it felt like you felt very active. But I've been busy. I'm surprised really how busy I've been, which has been nice. But at the same time, it's not the same as having your own team and being in camp. So looking forward to that. But also, a part of reminding what we've done, where we've been, how we've got to where we are at this present moment, and how we can improve it. So, you know, it's a lot of the players might forgot certain parts of our game. Now the key part, especially the first day or so, is to remind them, to show them the good parts and also the not so good parts. That's how we improve, and how can we keep improving, keep getting better, because we're going to need to be able to qualify for this tournament.
Yeah, because finally, you know, the Nations League, that's one thing, but a World Cup qualifying campaign, it's a completely different beast, isn't it, Craig? And to think that the prize at the end of this is a place at the World Cup, you know, just saying that, what kind of feeling does that give you?
No, huge responsibility. You know, it's so important for us as an organisation as well, as an association. The investment will allow us to be able to keep improving grassroots. I know, like, it's not as much my responsibility. Do you understand what I mean? My responsibility is making the team, and hopefully we can win every game. You know, that's the aim. But also, I do have that side of me where I want this game to keep growing. I want to keep improving on what we've done over the last 10 years and the good work that's been done. So I feel like, unselfishly, I want that as well. I want to keep growing this. I want us to keep being such a huge part of what we do here in Wales. And to qualify for the World Cup allows those finances to keep improving it, because I want boys, girls, or having the facilities, or having the infrastructure to be able to improve. So that for me really plays. But at the same time, I want us all to enjoy it. You know, I want the players, I want to enjoy it, and I want the fans, and you know, everyone who comes to, like, I enjoy that. And that's well, I don't want to go too far away from that. One game at a time. You know, Kazakhstan, Saturday nights, big game. It's a different type of game to what we had in the Nations League. But we have to be patient. We're going to have to enjoy it. It takes everyone, and it's not just the 11 players, squad, and also supporters. So hopefully we can combine all that, and it'll be a positive outcome.
Craig, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch.